Determine the value that belongs in each blank to make the sentence true. I'm going to start with number 3. It does have a typo, so I'll correct it as I go. Earning $44 for 4 hours of work is the same rate as earning blank per hour. To find unit rates, we divide the dollars by the hours. So 44 divided by 4 is $11 per hour. Go ahead and complete 1 and 2 and move on when you're ready. There are also 4 through 6 here. Using 2/3 cups of lemonade mix for 3 liters of water is the same rate as using blank cups of lemonade per liter. So we're dividing by the liters. 2 divided by 3 is just 2/3. So 2/3 cups of lemonade per liter. You are going to practice clapping or tapping to the beat of this song. For this song, estimate the rate in beats per minute. That would mean how many beats you tapped or clapped in 1 minute. Remember, this is just an estimate. So make an estimate and then we're going to move on. Now you're going to try counting the number of beats for 10 seconds. We'll press the beat button every time we hear a beat. The timer will start once you press the play button. Start whenever you're ready. So we're going to press the play button and then we're going to click on the number of beats that we hear. So I got approximately 19 beats in 10 seconds. Now, if we were trying to figure out how many beats in a minute has 60 seconds. So I could multiply by 6 to get 60 seconds and multiply this by 6 to figure out how many beats would occur in 1 minute. Here I have another song to listen to. You're going to practice tapping to this song. For this song, make an estimate of the rate in beats per minute. Do you think this song will have more beats per minute or fewer beats per minute than the last song? Again, this is just an estimate. Make an estimate and move on. Now we're going to practice counting the beats for 20 seconds. So I got about 47 for 20 seconds. The speed at which a piece of music is played is called the tempo. Which song do you think has a faster tempo? I think song 2 has a faster tempo because I tapped more frequently than I did with song 1. This slide would show student responses. So if more people voted in that last slide, we would see how many people voted for song 1 and how many people voted for song 2. But since I'm the only one who's voted so far, we just have one for song 2. One vote for song 2. Tempo is usually measured in beats per minute or beats per 60 seconds. Use what you know about rates to find the number of beats per minute for each song. I know that 10 times 6 gives me 60. So I need 19 times 6 to tell me what goes here. 20 times 3 gives me 60. So I need 47 times 3 to tell me what goes here. Six times 9 is 54. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 5 more is 11. 47 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 2 more makes 14. So I have 114 and 141. Then it says explain your reasoning. Congratulations, you just found the unit rate for the number of beats per minute, or the tempo of each song. Based on the unit rates in the table, which song has a faster tempo? I selected song 2. And I selected song 2 because I think that 141 is greater than 114. And since it's greater, that would mean it has a faster tempo. Who chose song 2 as having the faster tempo? Press play. Can you tell which one has a faster tempo just by looking at the graph? In slide 9, the table shows your estimate for the data you collected for song 1. Now, mine doesn't have an estimation for song 1 because I did not do that part. That was something I asked you to do on your own. But if you had made an estimation, you would be able to click play and show the difference between the data we collected using the beat button and our estimation that we made just by listening to the song. And the same thing for slide 10, but just related to song 2. Now here would be an example of what it might look like to compare your estimations and the data you collected for both songs. How do your estimations compare to the beats you counted? So looking at these, you can see that the dots and the plus estimation dots are farther apart in song 1 than they were in song 2. That means that my estimation was not as close in song 1 as it was in song 2. So which song here has a faster tempo? How can we decide which one has a faster tempo? Can you tell information about the tempos just by looking at the drums? What additional information might make these tempos easier to compare? Let's watch it again. Did you notice a difference in how fast the drumsticks were hitting the drum? I think the drumsticks on drum B are moving faster than on drum A. So I would say song B has a faster tempo. Let's look at this one. I believe song C has a faster tempo. I would play the video again and count how many times song C, the drums hit, or the drumsticks hit the drum, and then play it one more time and count how many times it hits drum D, and see if you can compare it that way. Song A has 300 beats every 6 minutes. The tempo of a song is measured in beats per minute. Find the tempo of song A. So to find beats per minute, we're going to divide the beats by the minutes. This phrase tells us the order we would divide. Beats divided by the minutes. 6 fits into 35 times, leaving us with 0. And then we have one more place value to take care of. So we put a 0 on top. That means it is 50 beats per minute. And then we can watch our answer and the tempo. Are those drumsticks moving at the same speed? Yeah. Now we need to calculate the unit rate for the remaining 3 songs. Song B is 600 beats every 5 minutes. 5 fits into 6 once, leaving us with 1. Bring down that 0. 5 fits into 10 twice. And then we have one more place value to address. So this one should say 120 beats per minute. For song C, we have 1,200 divided by 12. 12 fits into 12 once. And we have 2 place values left. And lastly, song D. I have 560 divided by 7. 7 fits into 56 8 times. Those drumsticks appear to be lining up, so our unit rates must be correct. Order the songs from the slowest tempo to the fastest tempo. The slowest is going to be the lowest unit rate. So song A has the lowest, then song D has the next lowest, song C, and the fastest would be song B. Imagine the pace at which you walk. Tap it out in beats and to find your walking tempo. So mine appears to be 16 steps in 10 seconds. The list shows a rate for songs that is good for dancing and a rate for songs that is good for studying. Is your walking tempo faster or slower than the tempos of the dancing song and the studying songs? Okay, so we're going to convert them all to the same type of unit. You can see I have 4 minutes, 8 minutes, and 10 seconds. I want them all in beats per minute. So I'm going to do 720 divided by 4, 720 divided by 8, and this one I need 16 times 6 because 10 times 6 would give me a minute. This is 180. This one is 90. And 16 times 6 is 96. So is my walking tempo faster or slower than the tempos of the dancing songs and the studying songs? My walking tempo is slower than the dancing songs because 96 is less than 180. But my walking tempo is faster than the studying songs because 96 is greater than 90. Once more of our class has completed this activity, this number line will show the walking tempos of other students. Here is the dot that represents me, and then once you guys enter your data, we'll have more information on this number line. What do you think is the best walking tempo and why? I think a walking tempo between 90 and 100 beats per minute is a typical walking speed. It isn't too fast or too slow. One thing I do need to mention is this says beats per minute, but we knew that mine was 96, so my dot should be around here. I'm thinking that they have this mislabeled and this should say beats in 10 seconds based on that activity we did, counting our steps in 10 seconds. So these dots should be adjusted accordingly because it doesn't show it for the full minute. Remember, mine was 96. Make sure your warm-ups are complete. Remember, there are 6 of them today, but they were on 2 different slides. and fill in any information you need to in your workbook.